Hey guys, so I skipped forward a little bit, trying to save some time. I'm going to show you quickly what I did here. You should get it from the video. I drew a little floor plan here, so there's going to be a high flat roof, kind of a unique little entry thing here at an angle. I extended this out to get my nice corner here, so the building will actually be set back a little bit. Just make it a little bit harder than I think most of you will end up having, but just so you know how to do it. I'll make this a sloped roof going back through my station point here. You got your picture plane, horizon line, ground plane. Took the same angle. Got, you know, our 60 degree here, then 60 degree there. Hit the picture plane and come down and get your right vanishing point. Same thing over here. Got the 30 degree extended up here, down to the left vanishing point. So, just trying to save a little bit of time on setup. Hopefully you guys understand the setup here. It's pretty generic for most of these. The thing that'll really change is where you put your horizon line and your ground plane. That is what's going to change your view. So this will be a pretty steep view. So it'll be kind of an aerial looking one, or view. You know, if this ground plane moves up, your the closer it is to your horizon line, the more tilted down, or I guess, yeah, tilted down it'll be. So you'll be, if the ground plane, if the ground plane and horizon line are essentially on the same line, you're actually looking up at the building. You'd be like below it, if that makes sense. So this is where you guys can mess around with your setting up your drawings. Don't be afraid to try a couple different views. So if you start drawing a box here and you don't really like the view, feel free to move it up. Do the same thing. If you don't like that, you can adjust it as necessary. So, all right, I'm going to get into it so you guys can kind of see some of the trickier stuff with this. That's really what I wanted to highlight tonight. So, with that, the easiest way to do this, where is my, where'd it go? A long ruler is the easiest. And I'm not sure what I did with mine. Oh well, I'm going to use a level. So what you want to do is you want to line up your station point. I guess if you don't have something long, I can actually show you guys a different way to do it too. Just had that thing over here. You can take two triangles, and this is actually a pretty good trick. And I guess I might just do this since I don't know what I did with my I have a 24-inch ruler that works really well for this. I have sorry, I just thought that this might make it a little bit clearer if I use some colored pencils. So, got this nice and lined up here. I'm going to draw that line back down to the picture plane. Draw this one over here. Draw this guy here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need this back corner, so I'm going to mark that too. I may even need that far back corner, but actually no, I'm just going to mark it so I don't have to do this again. Okay, so now I got all my points. Once again, these will all be your verticals coming down. And then all of your horizontal lines will be going to one vanishing point or the other. Okay, so with that, I'm going to use a different colored pencil. I'm going to do let's do a green. Green, green, green. Okay, so these are all my vertical lines here coming down now. Your height on this red line is going to be, everything on that red line is your scale. So I'm going to just write this down real quick just so we kind of have a rough reference. We're going to say, let's say this is 20 feet tall, and we'll say this lower part will do 12 feet. This back corner will slope up to 16 feet, and the top of this one will be 18 feet, and then down here will be 14 feet. So it slopes down 4 feet, and this slopes up 4 feet, and that's a flat roof. So, okay. Now what I'm going to do this in quarter scale. So it's a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to mark 20 foot, 18, 16, 14, 12. Okay, so the tricky part is this building is not on the actual corner. So this 12 feet is actually set back a little bit, right? So what you want to do, I'm going to switch to pencil so I can erase some of this once it gets a little out of control. You're going to take this 12, go to your right vanishing point, and draw it back, right? So that goes all, I just drew this whole line all the way back here just so you guys can see the whole thing. What you're going to do is you're going to find that corner, which comes down here to this line. So your 12 feet actually starts right there, right? This line is essentially not there. So erase that up there. So this is at 12 feet. I know it's probably a little hard to see. I'll zoom in on it in a little bit. Okay, so from that same point here, we have a 14 foot mark, or 18 foot mark going back to that 14 foot mark. So I'm just going to do 12 foot, 14 foot, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so taking that 18, going back to the vanishing point there. This point is going to be here. And then 14, go back from the 14. That point is going to be there. So the side of your roof, I'm going to write this in pen. So this line here goes from that point to that point. Okay. And then 14 here. Sorry, I forgot to draw, or I want to draw that baseline before I start drawing that vertical one down. This is actually one of the first things that I usually do, and I forgot to do it this time. So you want to draw, this is kind of your containment area, if that makes sense. So that is essentially 0 all the way back. And then this one, the same thing over here. So everything is going to be within that plane. The tricky part is that, like I said, this technically 0 back to here. So this 18 here is going to come down, and then that your wall is going to, well, I'll just draw it in. So I'm going to go from here to there. From here to your vanishing point. So this A wall here is also is this plane here. So I'm just going to mark a little A, just so hopefully you guys can kind of coincide all these together. I actually didn't do this one. I should have done that slope a little taller. I might change that one in a little bit, because I was really hoping to like show you guys the being able to do the angle off the back, but maybe the front will be enough. The front actually might be enough. So okay, so let's figure out this corner over here. So that's going to be 20 feet tall. I'll switch back to my pencil. Yeah, that should be. Oh, I guess we need the 12 that way too. So I'll mark the 12. Okay. Okay. So remember this roof. The low roof is 12 feet. So here's gonna essentially there's gonna be a line from that point to that point. So I guess I'll draw that one in real quick. So make sure we're in the right line. One just to the left. From there to there. Okay, so there's your angle. I guess we could actually do this one too, because this should all be the same. So come down to here. And across that. So this one, we'll mark this as B. So that's your front plane there. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll do this 20 here. So This line will actually continue up. Get that full 20 here. Go to that back corner, be the same thing. There. Oops. Jeez. That. That. So we'll do that C. C. Alright, so we'll find this back corner real quick, just to make sure we're all in line. So that's this line here, and we got our 20 feet there. So we gotta add a line here. Back. To here, to there. We get these in here. Okay, so there. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a line from here to here. So this, we knew this 20 foot here, so we took it back in line with this one. This is where it gets a little quirky. So now this one, so all of your, like I said, all of your horizontal lines go back to vanishing points. So this 20 feet, you can't really use this one here. Because it doesn't technically hit, if that makes sense. This is set back. So a little bit of a quirky item. Part of the reason why I wanted to show you this. So now we're going to do the same thing here and draw this back from here to here. And then there to there. Okay, so now that is your 20 foot roof. So that's the flat roof here. Okay, so this line will come down. The tricky part is figuring out where that goes. So like I said, remember, like these are your angles that kind of match here. So anything from this point out, you know, from here, like think of it as like the reverse of your 1 point a little bit. So anything on this line here is 12 feet. So we know that that is 12 feet. And we knew that here to here, this is 12 feet, because those are both on those lines. So that's why we could connect those dots there. Right? So if we start cutting back in, we technically have to use this line here. So we have to like transfer to here, transfer from here to here, and then from here to here. So like to get this 16 feet, what we end up doing is going from this point here to our right vanishing point. So the cross is right here, right? We're going to run that back to our left vanishing point. So there to there, right? The cross is right here, so that we know that that point is right there. So now what we do is we connect all those together, because we now know where they all are. So that this is 16 feet, we're going to come back to here. And we're going to go from that 12 to that 16. So that's looking pretty good. This corner is on the same, so now we know that this from here to that 16 is right there. Alright, good. So you can see that this is angled, you know, you're kind of missing your corner of your building. Going up, and then this last piece right here is just going to go back to that left vanishing point. So it kind of comes together a little quickly, right? Okay. Now it's a little skewed, but and it's kind of tall, but I wanted to try to space it out for you guys a little bit, just to be able to see how that roof worked together. Most of yours, like I said, you'll have this corner, so you can kind of get those height or the heights from up here, you know, off of this line. But anything off of this point here, which is this point on your floor plan, you have to project it down your vanishing points and then run it back to the other one. So I guess as a just as another example, let's say that this is not a flat roof. We're going to say that that drops, it's a slanted roof going this way. Okay. Oh, that one's not that good because I already found that one. Let me think of something that we can modify. Yeah, there's nothing that good that I can really modify. I guess we'll start with this. Hopefully you guys can kind of figure out how to get at least your outline done. It's not too bad once you get going, but I guess let me know if you have any questions. I guess what I can do real quick, I'll just go through and label. Some different parts here. Lines. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So okay, I guess let me know if there's any questions on that. Hopefully that kind of fixes a lot of your issues. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Have them ready for Thursday. Thanks. Have a good night.